Okay, I'm here to visit probably the most famous cemetery, famous grave in this cemetery. Now this is the grave of a man called Bon Scott. Okay, so I'm not very good at these, but I know there's people that will be interested. So Bon Scott, okay, I'll try and read a little bit about him. So he was born in Scotland, spent his early years there. He moved to Australia with his family in 52 at the age of 6. Did four years in Melbourne before settling into Fremantle, Western Australia. Then in Adelaide. Bon Scott was a musician from ACDC. Trying to film this, but a lot of cemeteries don't like you filming, so I've got to be a little bit careful here. So with ACDC, Scott performed on the band's first 7 albums: High Voltage, TNT, Deeds Done by the Cheap, Let There Be Rock, Highway to Hell, blah blah blah. The 1979 album Highway to Hell reached the top 20 in the United States and was their commercial breakthrough. However, on the 19th of February 1980, Scott died on a night out in London with a former musician and alleged drug dealer Alistair Kinnear. They briefly considered disbanding, but the group recruited vocalist Brian Johnson of the British glam rock band Geordie. ACDC's subsequent album, Back in Black, was released only 5 months later and was a tribute to Scott. It's currently the second best-selling album of all time. Wow. So Back in Black, second best album of all time. So he's born on the 9th of July 1946 in Scotland. He was their second child. Their first was a boy, Sandy, who was born in 1943 and died shortly after birth. The third child, Derek, was born in 1949. They ran a family bakery and they emigrated in 1952. He lived in the Melbourne suburb of Sunshine, Victoria, and attended a nearby Sunshine Primary School. Received the nickname Bon shortly after starting school because there was another Ronald in the class. His classmates played on the phrase Bonnie Scotland. A fourth child, Graham, was born in 1953. In 1956, the family moved to Fremantle, Western Australia, and he joined the Associated Fremantle Scots Pipe Band, learning the drums. He attended North Fremantle Primary School and later John Curtin Senior High School until he dropped out at the age of 15. He subsequently worked as a farmhand and a crayfisherman and was later a trainee weighing machine mechanic. In 1963, he spent a short time in Fremantle Prisons Assessment Centre and 9 months at a juvenile institution related to charges of giving a false name and address to police, having escaped legal custody, having unlawful carnal knowledge and stealing 12 imperial gallons, that's 55 litres, of petrol. He attempted to join the Australian Army but was rejected, deemed socially maladjusted. So Bon Scott, who died, I believe he died from drinking, I think he choked on his own vomit. Yeah, this is one, Bon Scott. There you go. Ronald Belford Bon Scott, 1946 to 1980. Ronald Belford Bon Scott was the lead singer of a legendary Australian rock group ACDC from 1974 until 1980. His death in 1980 left him a tragic hero. His memorial became a cultural landmark and continues to be one of the most frequently visited sites in Fremantle Cemetery. He was a member of Fremantle bands The Spectres and the Valentines before joining ACDC in 1974. With his distinctive rock vocals and on-stage presence, Bon helped lead ACDC to international success with albums such as High Voltage and Highway to Hell. So, I believe he was cremated. I think that'll Bon. Okay, bottle of whiskey. It says, Ronald Bon Scott passed away February the 19th, 1980, aged 33. Loved son of Isa and Chick, brother of Derek, Graham and Valerie. Close to our hearts, he will always be remembered, always stay loved and remembered every day. Little tape thing there, look, as well. Don't know if you can see that. Sorry, my eyesight's really not good for doing this at the minute. That's the grave of Bon Scott. And then we have a memorial bench to him in loving memory of Bon Scott, lead singer of the rock group ACDC. This seat was donated by his family. It's actually a busy junction. That is a highway, that one there. But if you walk down here, this is his memorial garden, if you like. So it's called Bonscop Memorial Gate Entrance. Welcome to Fremantle Cemetery. Visitors to the Bonscop Memorial site are kindly requested to respect the cemetery environment and consider those who are visiting other memorials in this area. Please respect the gardens and ensure any litter is placed in the bins provided. And this is actually, there's a star here, I didn't see these earlier. So there's a star, and then the ACDC, the music thing, look. I suppose it's supposed to be a record, I don't know. Sorry, my eyesight's really not good. And this says, that's the memorial gate, look. Memorial entrance, and it says Bonscott. So there we go. So you walk in this entrance, I'll just show you. So it's a really busy junction, okay? If you come through this gate, it says about the memorial gate entrance there. Then he's buried in this first rosebush thing on the left. There we go. So, second best album of all time. Bonscott.